Hi, Strasburg. This is Mr. Nussbaum here. I just want to do a quick tutorial about what it will look like online for students this year at Strasburg. This is for online students as well as for students who are physically going to be in our building. And they're going to have access to Google Classroom, similar to like they did last school year. However, we're going to freshen it up and make it a little bit better for students this year. And I just want to make sure everybody knows and remembers exactly not only how to get on Google Classroom, but also utilize the material there. Make sure that they have the best possible educational experience that they can. So what will happen is in the first days of school, probably the first day of school, each of your students, teachers, will be giving a classroom code to Google Classroom for their individual course, which means that if they have 6 academic courses, there'll be 6 different classes that they will can and need to check in on a regular basis. And so once they get the code, then they can sign up for Google Classroom. So I'm just going to showcase to you what that would look like. They will click on the Google app icon and they will click on Google Classroom. Once they do, they will hit the plus button up in the upper right-hand corner to join a class, and they will utilize the classroom code that they were given by their teacher. So I'm going to use a real classroom code that will get them into the class. So this particular classroom code, there's just a random set of letters and numbers that they can do that with, and they will hit the join button. And voila, they're in the class, right? So this happens to be a 2020-21 World History course. And once they are into the course, there's a couple things I want to point out. There are a few tabs up top. You have the stream, you have classwork, and you have people. People is nothing really of necessity to you, probably. The two that you need to be aware of would be the stream and the classwork tab. The stream tab, this year we're going to use primarily for announcements, right? So things like there's a quiz coming up, there is a big project coming up, things of that nature, right? That we can put on there for announcement purposes. For example, on here you will see that I kind of put to start the year kind of a syllabus for the course, also a list of like classroom expectations, and finally like a schedule, so that way students would know exactly where to find me, that kind of thing, or when my conference period or something like that would be. So that's the kind of things you will find in the stream. Your day-to-day activity, however, will be found in the classwork tab. So you click on the classwork tab. So as a student, you would find here each day listed by the day. So I put on here Wednesday, August 26, 2020, because that's our first day of school. And you may find things like a video description of the day, right? A video of me describing, hey, here's my my goal for the day of what I want you to learn, that kind of thing. Kind of previewing, reviewing some things from the days and things of that nature, and potentially maybe an assignment or two. So I put a 20-page paper because I'd probably be mean enough to give you one for the first day of school. Don't worry, world history students, that won't happen. But yeah, this is where you would find your day-to-day work. So that's kind of Google Classroom in a nutshell. So as a student, make sure you're monitoring that, and as a parent, you can also be aware of what's happening. Again, this will be utilized for online students as well as for in-person students. You can always check to see what's going on in the class. So as a parent, you can be assured of what your kid was covering. And if they happen to have to miss a day or two, they can always try to keep up the pace by looking on Google Classroom to do that, to try to get that accomplished. So I'm personally looking very forward to the school year. Can't wait for it to get started. And I will be seeing everybody very, very soon. Have a great remainder of your summer.